सो अपन स्टार्ट करते हैं, बाकी लोग आते रहेंगे धीरे धीरे। इट्स 7:31। सो गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन। So yesterday we have discussed basic arithmetic operator and we were planning to discuss today if else statement and basic conditioning and all those things. So before going into if else statement, first we need to understand two more things, that is what to say, different operators that you are going to experience in Java. So right now we are going to understand mainly comparison operator or equality operator, that these are called as relationship operator. So what they do, they shows the relationship between two variables and two constants. So it is less than operator, greater than operator, then less than is equal to, then greater than is equal to, or is equal to, or not equal to. So what they return? So they return true or false, right? So they return true or false. Like if there is a two variable like int a, or int a has a value of 10, or there is a int b has a value of 20. Okay, and if we will write anywhere a is greater than b, so what it will show us, it will show us false, because it is showing a is greater than b. Is it true? No, it is not true. 10 is not greater than 20, right? So it will return us false, right? Or we will change the operator to less than, a is less than b. In this condition the relationship is true. The a value is 10 and b's value is 20, so a is less than b, right? So it will return as true. So these are called as a relationship operator. They return true or false, because we need true or false to execute if else statements. If else statement works on true or false. Okay, so we need to understand these operators. Now if I'll write it down like they both are 20, right? So it is A is less than B. Is it true or false? Anybody want to answer? Okay, it is false,
Both are equal. False.
right? Because A is less than, it is A is not less than B. A is equal to B. So if you will write A is less than is equal to B, then it is true. Or we will write A is greater than is equal to B, then it is true. So if there is two numbers, or if we will try to check it, A is equal to B, then it will return true. So these are the conditions that we are going to use into if else statement. So our testing program will be like this. Now, there is one more thing we need to understand before going further. One is how to take input from the user. When we will take input from the user through keyboard, if you will understand the computer system give output in terms of display screen, or maybe what to say, music into speakers, and they take input through your mouse, your touch screens, or your keyboards, or your mic. So these are the input that computer receive. So if we want to give input to our program in terms of keyboard, so we need to use this class to accept the input. So first we need to import the util package java.util, or you can exactly import the class also, java.util.scanner. We will understand the package and import later, but yeah, we have to use it as it is right now. We will understand it later, what is the purpose of everything over here. So now we will create an object of scanner class. Scanner sc is equal to new scanner, and system.in. System.in is for the keyboard, and there is an function in scanner class, that is sc.nextInt. matlab sc is the object of the class, then nextInt the function of that class. So what it will do, it will scan the integer from the keyboard. Whatever we will type, it will scan that, and is equal to will help us to put that into a variable, because whatever constant we are reading from the user side, we need to store into a variable. That's why we use variables, right? So we will understand it also. Okay, what is that? Now, the again the same example, how to do it. So initially we will make a, a public class demo average 2. So what we will do today, we will try to make a program that will decide कि okay, if a student got a total marks out of 5 subjects, the average is above 40, it is pass, and average is below 40, it is fail. That's how we are going to calculate the, this program. Then we will take it further more. But right now what we'll do, we will take 5 numbers from the user and print the average. So public static void main, then we'll the command line arguments. Then now what we will do, there is a 5 variables, int a, b, c, d, e, and then average.
Sir, if we want to take in float values,
Pardon?
if we want to take in float values,
Yeah, if you
like
want to,
35 point,
take a float, you can take it, no issues.
okay, okay.
But I am
But
doing it int because
but
it is initially little bit, very easy to do it. We can take float, we can take double, no issues into it.
but the result will also be float.
Yeah. If you want result into, decimal or float, then you can take it. Okay, it is not big deal. You just change a variable name, है ना? So it will automatically convert. So every result will come into the points then. Okay. Uh, Now what we'll do, we will again what we have discussed. We will import the class, import package java.util. You can write star also, so it will import the whole package. Then we can create the object of scanner class, scanner sc is equal to new scanner system.in. Then what we will do, the next int, so a is equal to sc dot next int. But before this, in next int or in function, the I is capital. Okay, so we will instruct the user to enter 5 number. Please enter 5 number, and we will going to store into 5 variables are, so a, then b, then c, then d, then e, and we will take the average. Avg is equal to a plus b plus c plus d plus e divided by 5. That's how we will calculate average, and we will print the average over here. Okay. I think there is no error right now. Hope so. So now we will try to compile it. First save it. So the class name is demo evg2.java. We will save it in the name. Then we will go to our command prompt. So we will clear the previous data that we were doing into last class. Okay, so first we will try to compile the javac demo evg2.java. We will try to compile the class. If there is an error, it will show us over here, or if it is showing no error, it means it's compiled without error. Now we will execute it, java demo evg2. So please enter 5 number. So number will be like 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So average will be 70. Okay, so that's how we calculate the average, and this average is going to reflect. So what we did basic calculation, or you can create a calculator through this also, that can perform plus minus etc. So what we did over here, we took 5 number from the user and created the average of those 5 number. Now we'll create the decision making. So now we will go to if else statement. What is if else statement? If else statements are decision making statements, that is help us to take a decision, right? What kind of decisions? Like there are two choices, or we have to execute one choice. So we will go through the if else statement. Like if you are going from one place to another place and there are two ways, only two ways, then Google Map chooses. Google Map chooses on the basis of uh, which has the shortest path, on the basis of kilometer or on the basis of their time. Whatever or whichever route has the minimum kilometer or minimum time, it will try to choose that route. So that's how, decision making helps us into programming world. So it is a very important part. So in if, this is the syntax of if else. If condition, in condition we will write down the relationship like less than, greater than, not equal to, equal to. So whatever condition we will write, the conditions result should be true or false. So if it is true, it will execute the if block. So whatever is this part, this is known as the if block, and whatever is this part, this is known as the else block, right? So if condition is true, it will execute the if part. If condition is false, it will execute the else part. If we will go through the flow chart of this thing, what it will do, whatever expression or condition is there, and if condition is true, it will execute the if block. If condition is false, it will execute the else block. At no condition, it will execute the both, right? At no conditions, right? So whatever is the condition, it will execute only one part, if or else, on the basis of true or false. Like we'll show you the example. Int number 5, if number is less than 0. So in this condition, there are two things. If block, the number is positive. Else block, the number is negative. Now number is less than 0. So what is the value of number? It is 5. So 5 is less than 0. No, it is not. So it will return false. So it will go into the else block. It will skip the if block and it will go into the else block and print it. The number is negative, right? Taken one more example in the same case. If we will write number is greater than 0, in this condition, what it will return? It will return true because 5 is greater than 0. So in this condition, it will execute the true part or the if part, right? The number is positive, or it will not going to execute the else part. So that's how if else statement use. If there are two paths to choose, it will choose one path and ignores the other part or other path. So you have to, use these things wherever there are multiple decision making, or minimum two decision making, or minimum one. Okay, we need to execute this or not. On the basis of that, we choose if else statement. So now if we will try to do it on the same example, okay, in if else statement, font size, let's change font. So let's do it 12. Okay. So now first our condition is if average is greater than 40, what it will print? Pass. So system dot out dot println and print pass else system.out.println fail, right? So, and whenever you change in a program, save it again, then compile it again, then execute it. Now Java C demo avg2, sorry, it will going to show us, I think, error. So it shows us the error. Why? Because we have not written down the .java. So there is no error now. It is compiled without error now. First clear the screen so that there will be space. Java demo avg2. Now it will ask us 5 number, and on the basis of their average it will show us pass or fail. So first we will try to pass it 60, 70, 50, 40, then 80. The average is 60 and it print pass on the basis of our condition what we have written down. Again execute it for the fail part, okay, fail part is working or not. So if you will give 35, 45, 20, 10, 30, so average is 28 and it print fail. So that's how if else statement works. Okay, if there are two conditions and we have to choose it, what they did as a flow, we have take the input of 5 numbers, we did the average. After that, on the basis of whatever is the average, if average is greater than 40, print pass or if block. If average is not greater than 40 means it is false. So what will do, it will go into the else block and print fail. So this is the flow of the program. That's how if else statement works. Now I'll take you one step more, multiple if else statement, so we call them nested if else or if else ladders. So it will help you to do complex decision making. So nested if else or if else ladder, what they will do, you can write another if else statement into an if else statement. So that if you write a if else statement into a if part, it is nested if you write what to say, if else statement into an else statement, it is if else ladder. Okay, so you can use multiple if else statements to create in multiple decision making. The same in same example what we are trying to do, and you will also do it. I'll give you the task for the home. So this is our total task. What we'll do, if grade is the total average is greater than 80, grade is A, print grade A. If it is greater than 60, print grade B. If it is greater than 40 only, grade C. And it is less than 40, then print fail. So in this condition, what we will do, I'll show you one example of only 80 only. So if average is greater than, so if average is greater than 80, so we want grade A. And if one more else, what we will do, one more if we will write. So if average is greater than 40, so it is pass. So it is system dot out dot println, it will print pass, or in this else it will print fail. You can close this else also. And when you are doing it multiple times, please make sure the braces part it is there. So this if opened here, closed here, this else opened here, this if opened here, this if is closed here, then is else is opened, then else is closed, then bigger else is closed. Okay, otherwise it will create an error or maybe ambiguity into your program. So we will save it again. After saving this program, we will try to compile it again. So first java c demo average2.java. Ticket is compiled without error. Clear the screen. Then Java demo average 2. So let's try for now there are three conditions. It is greater than 80, it will print grade A. If it is greater than 40, it will print pass. If it is less than 40, print fail. So first try for 80, 80, 90, 85, 75, 70. Havish, do you want to say something? Thank you. So the average is above
Yes.
80. So it will wish you kindly please mute yourself. मतलब, I can understand you are working, मतलब, sitting at your home. Try to sit into a quiet place, or if you are not sitting into a quiet place, please make sure to mute. Like, it will disturb others also. It is not a good, class habit to do. So the average is 80. So it will showing us pass. Why it is showing us pass? Because it is not greater than 80. So we will try one more time to create a greater than 80. So we will try to run it again now. 85, 95, 90, 80 and 82. So average is 86. It is printing us grade A. So it is above 80. It is giving us grade A. And if it is between 40 to 80, it is giving us pass. And if it is less than 40, like we will execute for third condition. If it is below 40, what should it give us? Fail. So 40, 30, 20, 35, 25, and the result is fail, right? So that's how if else statement works. Multiple if else statement works. Now on the basis of the same thing, now do you have any questions till now into this? So I also want you to do a practice today. What you will do, try to make this thing. Okay, if it is greater than 80, grade A. If it is between 60 to 80, grade B. If it is greater than 40 and less than 60, it is grade C. And if it is less than 40, fail. So try to implement these through if else statement. And I'll if else statement is one of the most important statements. Why? In initial level you understand the logic building, the flow of your program, because your flow of program changes on the basis of if else statement. So slowly gradually you will go into multiple loops, multiple things. So please practice it well. Ki if else statement you need to understand it well. Okay. So anyone has a question regarding this, they can ask. Or I think, this is from my side today only.